Hello and welcome back to the VR Master League, where today me and my good friend Noman here are going to be bringing you the Killettos versus Cold Steel. How are you today, Noman?
Oh, I feel like I should be introducing you. Back after a hiatus, back for this exciting game. Everything's coming up roses for me today, Bucks. I'm doing great. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Feels good to be back in the casting chair, casting seat. After like what, two and a half week hiatus, I believe. Got some nice relaxation in. Took a vacation to the beaches of somewhere, probably cold, ideally.
Oh,
That's nice. That's how you get refreshed. Yeah, the cold beaches with the frigid sand, just crunching underneath.
Yeah, perfect.
But we do not currently have any bans or picks come in just quite yet. We're still waiting on that lobby, but we can head to, I'd say, the match page and kind of talk about these two teams a little bit. For the Killettos, we've got Ferris, the captain, Aqua Fighter, Pink Stingray, Lydia Chlamydia, Fenoram, and Sky Delacial. And on Cold Steel, we have Grim Reaper, Azrael, Nynx Dragon, The Doctor, Izzy Orbart, Shrieking Geek, and Silver Sniper 27. I have been on hiatus for quite some time, so do you know anything in particular about either one of these teams here and their players? Like, obviously, you know some of the players pretty well, but how well do you know them overall?
Yeah, I mean we've casted a couple of the matches for both of these teams quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. I think Trip's been covering a lot of Cold Steel, and Killettos have seen some action as well. Yeah, I'm familiar with quite a few of the players. In fact, I've spent a lot of time in comp and regular lobbies with them. They're all very solid players. The Killettos obviously on their up and up this season, just starting out. Primarily a female team, so one of the first almost full female teams in the league. And Cold Steel also a relatively new team. I believe they're also a season 7 starter, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed they are.
So yeah, this is sort of the battle of the season 7 starters, and it's going to be a good one. I mean, the Killettos have been putting in a lot of work, a lot of time, doing their homework. I definitely know that much. And Cold Steel as well. They've played a game already today, so this is their second match of the day. They're putting in a good amount of work. So there's not a lot to say about the statistics on the teams yet. Obviously, we don't have historical data on any of them really, but I think we're going to see a pretty tight little matchup. I think it's going to be a little slower than most teams we'd expect to see, but either way, I think it's going to be an interesting one to kick this Saturday morning of chaos off.
Indeed, and that match they played, Cold Steel, just earlier today, that was apparently a very solid match. That was 11 to 10 with Dead Logic taking the match there, so that was a very tight one. I imagine Cold Steel are going to be warmed up, and considering how they were, talking to the other team in League General, they're pretty happy with the outcome, just how close it was. And yeah, this is their very first season, so there's not going to be much data to pull information from.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just going to have to play it by ear as the teams get ready. Lobby is game time here.
Oh.
One ban. I believe we got the Killettos ban up until this point. Correct? Yeah, okay. So you want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, it is just a downfall ban, and I think the Killettos, they do struggle a little bit on downfall. Pretty much all new teams do, I think. And Cold Steel, they have performed a bit better on Downfall than other maps, but still, it's far too early to really draw any real useful information from. So we'll just have to see how it goes on later on in the season. But on the other side, Cold Steel, still not sure what their ban is, just waiting on that information. But we can bring in the first map here. The lobby is up, so we do not have a graphic for it necessarily, so you're gonna have to bear with that. But it is a, well, you're not going to see in here, but it is a, in fact, what is the name? I've forgotten it. Something. Snow Peak. There you go. Snow Peak. It was right in front of me. Yeah, it's a brand new map for the need, but apparently people quite like it. So maybe we'll see some new tactics. Maybe.
It's an interesting. On key how teams play it at the competitive level before I really kind of decide. I think it has a has it's great. The are very tough to see. I mean, it's not that they're not. It's simply a resolution. Oculus or Rift headset. It's just not enough to be able to at a distance easily spot. No, but I do think it has potential as a competitive map. So I'm excited to see a team cast at Snow Peak because it did just become live this season that we are going to see. So I think it's going to be an interesting.
An interesting series. Yeah, we may be struggling through some technical difficulties.
Two teams
here.
Definitely.
It appears there may be some issues going on with the frame rate. You may hear Noma kind of coming in and coming out, so just bear with that and I will try and quickly resolve this. Hopefully not going to be an issue for the extended kind of period of the match.